What's up, dudes? It's me, vibing, having a good time. Today, got a little update. Way more fun video. My plan making a video like yesterday for a while, if ever. That was just something I needed to get off my chest. So appreciate whoever did watch that watched. You know, so I really do appreciate that, and whoever stuck through the end. So thanks, guys. But anyways, past that, today we got some cool lifts to show off. 2 days ago I did deadlifts, and today I did bench. So let's see how I did. So deadlifts, ego kicked in a little bit, I'll tell you that much. And I think that's not going to happen for a while for deadlifts. But I'll go after that later. But that day was supposed to be 3x3s. I hit 365 and 375 for 3. Pretty good. 375 was pretty damn hard. But so I didn't record that. So this next lift is going to be for 385 for 2. So let's show it off and see how I did. So here we go. So this is 385. You can barely tell. Okay, dude, it was so crowded that day. It was pretty much a pain in the ass to deadlift. I felt like I was in everybody's way. But honestly, my gym is awesome. Nobody really cares my deadlift. Everybody just listens to me. Also, do not fret. I know I'm using straps. I did a lot of grip training afterwards. I did carries. I did static holds with like 40-pound weights, and then I did double overhand deadlifts for like 275 for 5. So I definitely got my grip training in that day. So do not fret. My grip has been lacking per se, so I had to throw on the straps. So that's kind of upsetting, but you know, I'm working on it. So yeah, anyways. So let's go from there. Setting up. I'm taking a long ass time to set up. Oh, this is 405. Poop. Well, whatever. This was a dumb set. Shoot, I thought this was 385, whatever. Do I even have 385? But I got off the floor. Never gotten off the floor, so whatever. That was more for fun. Oops. Sorry. So I guess I didn't get that on recording. 385. I did it for 2. Let's do this one instead. This one should be then 395, yeah. But I hit 385 for 2, so do not fret. But yeah, here's 395 for 1. I'm kind of annoyed about that, sorry guys. But this is 395 for 1. This is a new 5-pound PR after 2 weeks. But again, that's the problem. What I keep doing with deadlift specifically is, the form's fine by the way. I felt pretty good on both the forms. I just had to use straps. But the problem is so basically, like, let's say I take the piggy bank. I take a piggy bank. And then I put like a nickel in, and then I max. I put a nickel in, I max. I basically don't give myself enough time in between lifts to actually gain any progress. And I keep just maxing too frequently. I'm not even doing Bulgarians. I'm not even committing to any type of lift. But what I am happy though is that I'm getting good at pulling the slack out of the bar before. So yeah, pretty good lift. It was smooth the whole way through, and I shrug it because I'm cool. And I try to control it on the way down now. Just try to get a little bit more of a workout out, kind of that anti-hold. But yeah, otherwise, that day was like alright, honestly. Not the biggest. It was fun to do, but, you know, nothing crazy. So, alright, here we go. Here is my bench. So, for bench today, I hit, I'll tell you, so I was doing 5x5 today. I'm doing 5x5s. In general, for most of my lifts, I'm kind of weighing off the 5-3-1 method and going into more of a 5x5, 2x5 session, because I think mixing up every now and then is good. For overhead press and squats though, specifically, I'm going for very high volume stuff. So I'm doing, I'm like today for overhead press, I pressed and I just did a pyramid scheme, which means you put a weight on. So I did like 65, you do 10 reps. Your only break in between reps is putting the weights on. So I put 5 pounds on. I did 10 more reps. I put 5 pounds on. I did 10 more reps, and I was dead. So then you take a 3-minute break. No, then you keep going until you fail it. So I put 5 more pounds on, and I couldn't hit it. I hit like 6, and you take a 2 or 3 minute break, recoup, and then you go for it. You hit for 10. That's it. And I just did 2 rounds of that. Fucking blasted my shoulders. So that's how my shoulders bigger and make them stronger, because that's just one of the ways volume helps strength training, is that it gets your your muscles bigger. So I'm doing that for squats as well. But for squats, what I'm doing is 50 rep sessions. So basically, you put like I'm gonna put like 185 to 185, yeah, 185 on, or 165 around that range. You do as many reps as possible. Leave like 2 or 3 in the tank. Take like a minute, 2 rests. Then you go back and you keep doing that until you hit 50 reps. I'm just gonna do that for 2 sessions or for 2 sets of that, and that's gonna be my squats and overhead press. I think I just need to start doing that more because how can I explain this? I suck at doing repetitions for overhead press. That's a weakness. I just am good at 1 rep maxing. My repetitions are bad. Like I can barely do 95 for like 5. It's very hard. But I can hit 145 on overhead press. Just my form is very good and I'm very efficient. But for repping it out, I'm worse at it. So I need to work on that. For squatting, my weakness is that I can't go heavy right now because my shoulder mobility is in there. So basically, this is a way to kind of bridge that gap so I don't have to not squat, but I'm getting stronger. So I'm just going to do more volume stuff. Be lighter weight doesn't really hurt my shoulder at all. Okay, so that's really it for my talking portion. So now we're going to get back into the lifts. I still got 2 more lifts to show you. So this is for bench today. Let's get this ready. So I did one 5x5 set, like I said earlier. I did 165 for 5 for twice, then 175 for 5 twice, and then I went for 185 for 5. And then last couple times I've tried this once, and I hit for 4. I wasn't very happy, so I did it for 5, and you'll see how good I actually did it. The way I set up on the bench, I don't know if you noticed, is much better now for this specific bench, because what I used to do, if I can make this make sense, you see this crease right here? I would shove my upper back into it almost to catch it on something, because on lighter weights, I got a bad habit for doing that, because when I would do leg drive, I would slide backwards, so this would almost stop me, you know? And you almost can see a crease there for while I'm doing that. But what I realized while I'm doing heavier weights, I don't need to do that as much. I can just put my head where it needs to be. And so because what would happen if you're too high up, you can't get a bar path going. You can't get this nice bar path to your chest. So I was kind of going straight. I would hit my chest, because I would hit my chest, and then I would forcefully push up, so my lifts would be almost worse. So look how much farther back I set up. So this, I'm actually pretty proud of this. So I'm gonna kind of go over this a little bit more. The deadlifts, it's harder to see. I kind of frame myself at a bad angle too, so it's like not the best way to show my form. So I really couldn't say that much. But okay, so you see how my head is where it needs to be, and my back self step, I have a good arch. You know, I got everything going. These reps felt amazing, by the way. I had my legs set up too. So like you see how like it was kind of difficult at first to get it off the rack, but once I got it off, got the straight arms. You look at the bar path. It comes down way better. And then it comes up. This one's good. Yeah, no, that's perfect. Like it looks great. I'm not bowing my elbows out as much. I can guess I could get lower, but that's where it's genuinely where I feel the strongest, is where I'm doing it. So maybe I'll because if I go too low, it just doesn't, like, literally kind of doesn't feel right. It doesn't work well. But maybe as I get my shoulders more flexible, but I was pretty proud, you can tell. Look at me. I'm a cool guy. Oh, man. Yeah, so that was a good lift. And then here we go with my next lift. And then after that, this is my dumb set. This was kind of a little ego, but I genuinely just wanted to try it out. So basically, this is, so that 185 was probably RPE 9, so I probably had 1 more in the tank, maybe 2. This is RPE 10. So this is like, that's what dumb sets generally are, just maximal effort stuff. Give it my all. So let's see how I go. This is 200. To put it in perspective, I'm gonna pull out the strength calculator out of this, but I'll explain why I wanted to do 200 exactly, not 195, 200. So let's go for it. So let's see how I do. So that was a good lift. That one's probably the best out of all of them. A little choppy on the way up. It's just like when I get to those harder reps, the RPE 10 stuff, my arms kind of, what they do is they don't do a smooth grind on the way up. So if I had to explain it, let me bring myself back up. If I had to explain it, so the bar path is supposed to look like this. So like here's your chest. Here's where your hands naturally stand, about right above your shoulders. So this is my shoulder line, and this is my chest. It's supposed to go from your top of your shoulders to your chest and back, like this. What happens when I do heavy, hard reps like RPE 10s? I do this. You see what I'm saying? So I come up, I'm pushing, it kind of slides back, and then it kind of shoots up. So it's like, I need to work on that, just keep that bar path, because I'm making inefficient lifts. But I can't be too upset about how I felt. I felt good. And also, that was a fatigued RPE 10 after an RPE 9 for 5. So I can't be too mad about my form. It's just I need to start really on the dumb sets, not doing it as big of a jump like that. But all right, also, let me show you while I'm talking about the strength calculator. So strengthlevel.com. I just do this for funsies. I really don't try to take these numbers to heart too much. Fucking shit. Might just bring this back to normal for you guys. Nuts. Looks like it's different. Alright. Well, basically, let's go for bench. So I did 200 for 3. So it kind of shows you your average 1 rep max. I am 183 pounds to be exact today. Good job, me. Again, weight. That means my bench max is 211, which is not true. My bench max is 215, but that was RP 10 fatigued, you know? So I'm not too sure, but oh wait, 1823, boom. So yeah, but the thing is, look at this. When I said 205, look what pops up. The magic number. That's why. I want to see, my goal is a 205, and then once I hit for 205, the next week I am maxing, guaranteed. That's just what's going to happen, because this is such an important number for bench press, in my opinion. If you could do 225, you bench, basically, you know? The do you even lift bro meme. If you get at this number, you're lifting, you know what I'm saying? You see, you're an intermediate lifter. You are lifting the bar. So yeah. So let's see what 185 for 5 shows up for. 208. So yeah. 188, like I said, I'd probably get it for 6 or 7, like I said. So let's see, for 6. You see more so where I was at. Like that was my maximal effort. It was about 185 for 6. So yeah, I'm kind of getting my 5x5 back where it needs to be. So feeling good. I'm doing a 3x3 set next week. I'm staying with a 5-3-1 for bench specifically because it's working. So I'm gonna keep it that way. For deadlifts, I am specifically for the next week, 3 weeks, doing a 5x5 session. For the next 3 weeks exactly, because 5x5s, you don't want to do them for too long. The only reason they work is because of newbie gains. I am past newbie gain phase. Most likely. I don't think I am progressing retardedly fast anymore. I'm progressing fast because I am naturally, I feel like, stronger than where I'm at right now. But anyways, so I'm doing, the goal is 5x5 sets of hitting 5x5 and then just adding 5 pounds each time or 10 pounds, depending on how I'm progressing. I don't know yet, but basically doing like, let me bring myself back. Sorry. See if I'm upside down or not. I am definitely upside down. Enjoy WLS. I'm back. So basically for RPE, no, what am I saying? For deadlifts, I'm doing 5x5s for the next 3 weeks straight, period. No straps at all are not allowed because I need to strengthen my grip. So whatever that means is my lifts might not be as impressive, but my grip needs to get better. So this is all for grip stuff and also and that'll force me to do a little bit lighter weight, which will get me better at form. So in general, this is like, these 3 weeks are gonna be very annoying on my mental because I'm gonna be lifting less weight than I would like to, and it's gonna be annoying as shit. And I'm not gonna be lifting as heavy. So, but the thing is, I need to pull the ego out because I know that after this 3 weeks, I will be fucking a monster for the next deadlift session. And I can tell you that after those 3 weeks, when I do my 3x3 breast week 1x1, I'm gonna destroy my PR. I'm probably gonna gain 20, 30 pounds on it because I'll just be so prepped for it. so not even prepped for it, but just so much stronger. You know, because I'm thinking I'm not even prepping for the 1 rep max. I'm just getting stronger, which will make my 1 rep max better. So that's what I need to keep in mind. Just get the ego out, stay strong. For squats and overhead press, I'm just getting my muscles bigger. I need my quads to get bigger. I need my shoulders to get bigger, and that will help everything. That will help the leg drive off the floor, off the deadlifts, and that will help my shoulder. It'll help my shoulders get stronger, which leading to them to be more stable and more mobile. Which will guess what that will lead to? That will lead to my bench having a better position. Because think about this: when you're benching, it's basically like doing a tackle of a football player. You're pushing like that. You see, I'm starting from my chest and I'm pushing up to my shoulders. Now the problem is, I have an anterior. A lot of people. This is like the death of American lifters. This is how I naturally sit. This is how I naturally sit, right? My shoulders. You see how they're kind of wonky? They're in front. This is where they should be. They should be like this. My lats should be tight and strong. And then my trap, it lets my traps stay long and not as, it doesn't make them extend, it makes them more flex and shorter. Because think about this, when you're having your anterior part of your body is flexing, your posterior has to flex, or it has to extend. Bring that back, it helps relieve that issue. But think about this, if I'm pushing like this, I'm a fucking little dweeb-tron. Right? I'm like this. And I'm trying to push away. This is much harder to do in this compromised position. If I'm like this, and not like this. This is the opposite problem of what I'm having. This is my anterior is too extended and my back is too flexed. I need to keep that shit neutral. Push. It'll be much better, because if I'm pushing like this, it's much harder to bench like this than if I'm like, and I'm not even trying to do this. Obviously, it's like an over-exaggeration, but it's going to help a lot, because the big goal for this is to have my thumbs face forward. You see? Okay, so like right now, if I'm standing normal, I have this kind of caveman look. My thumbs are facing inwards. Facing inwards. You see that? They're facing towards my wiener. I need them to face straight to the camera. Like this. And once they face like this, I'll be good to go. And I'll make my bench a lot stronger. It's already making my bench stronger and more stable. That's the thing. And this will lead to less injuries for my chest pecs. It'll lead to less injuries for my shoulders. It'll relieve a lot of stress off my traps when I'm overhead pressing. It'll lead to a lot of stress off my back when I'm overhead pressing, because you don't need to lean as far back to gain the motion of. Because think about this. I am supposed to, if I have neutral shoulders, be able to bring my arms all the way up. This is the farthest I could bring it up. This is progress, though. A couple days ago, I only go here. Now I got all this. The goal is to go here. You see how my traps are shrugging, though? I'll give you a bearing. See how my traps are shrugging? That's not okay. That is not what's supposed to happen. Your traps are supposed to be neutral while doing this. They just kind of just move out of the way. They don't just like, you know what I'm saying? They just move out of the way. They don't like, you're not supposed to do this. You're not supposed to fucking do that. You're supposed to be down here and press behind your back. So I'm just trying to gain that mobility to do that, which will be a big help. So yeah, other than that, it's a long video today, but I honestly think this might be my favorite video so far, because it was all valuable. So yeah, sorry for the long video. You know, hate it or you don't, you guys can see my progress. So I really appreciate you guys watching. Again, I always appreciate everybody that stays in the whole video. And this is a test. Nobody's probably gonna comment because I only get like 3 or 4 views at a time, but it's okay. If you stayed at the end of the video, type Lake Placid in. It's probably, yeah, type Lake Placid in. If you can type Lake Placid in, I know you're a real OG. Alright, I'll see y'all later. Thank you so much. Love y'all.